We had a rehearsal spot right in the middle center of Stockholm in the beginning, and I think we only used that one single time or something like that, because there's always so many things around, cinemas and friends and bars and all that. So we're best when we're isolated, I'd say. But since this studio is pretty far out, you really have to get up early in the morning to get here, because it's like 45 minutes right here on the train, and sometimes, or at least I miss the first train, so I have to wait for the second.
And it just looks beautiful, dude. Check this out. That's my new little baby. It's gonna make the studio run like a Ferrari. The Ferrari I had to sell to buy this one.
It was a second-hand shop when we came here. So the lady that had it before us, she had a second-hand store here, and she really liked us, but she had some other guys that wanted this studio as well, but she really liked us, so she was pushing for us to have this.
Yeah, she said that the other guys didn't have good karma. Yeah.
Feels really like the old days in some way, this place, because it's far outside from the city, so we're completely isolated here, and we felt really isolated in the early days in Borlänge as well, and so this feels like a youth club or something like that, but only for us. Now with the new album and the new studio we got, it feels almost like a factory or something. And we it feels more like a daily job than it's ever done before. Next album is gonna be even more like a concept album than the previous. I think it's gonna be like a great Quentin Tarantino motion picture. That's what it's gonna feel like. Listen to the album. If I hear one of the songs from the ones we recorded now, it really feels like seeing a movie or something.
The next album what we're gonna do, what we're really looking forward to, is that we're gonna release it in the winter time. And when you release something in January, February, you gotta get the right mood. You know, you can't fuck up that thing. You gotta get the right mood. So now it's our first winter album. And it's gonna be really something, just to give the snow, add some soundtrack to that kind of vibe you get when you're walking in the woods and it's just covered with white.
Here's the schedule. End of August, new mixes of some new songs. End of September, artwork pretty much done. New website pretty much done. In October we'll go to LA, record some more music, hopefully.
I would say I drink between 8 and 12 cups a day. These are...
I drink about 3 or 4.
3 or 4, yeah. What are you? You're
3 maybe.
3.
Okay, Samuel.
3 or 4.
You can stretch up to 5 on a hard day.
On a day like this when I'm a little bit hungover.
I'm going to a different hotel. Okay. Over there. Okay.
There's something about the sun in California. It's much brighter than anywhere else. You know, we've been around quite a lot, and still the brightest place on earth is California. And that sunshine creates some kind of vibe that you don't get anywhere else in the world, I guess.
The reason from the beginning why going to America was to get some work done. because we didn't really believe that we were going to be able to record an album ourselves.
We've been recording for quite a while in Sweden, and we felt that it was a good thing to get away, do something else, you know, change of environment.
Right now, we've been doing so much good work in Sweden, so we got like 17 songs. So what we're doing now in LA is making it more experimental, you know. The album so far has been too good to me, you know. I need at least 2 or 3 things that are not singles and that are not with a big chorus and a solo where you think it's gonna be a solo, and we need to fuck it up a little bit.
6 months in Sweden, we all know how the vibe is in Sweden. It's very inspiring, but it's good to go somewhere. This is like a reward. You go somewhere nice and comfortable and warm and sweet and all that, and you go here to California, and that's just the change of that made us do some of the best tracks for the album.
If you're not from Sweden, if you're not from the north, you don't really understand that, you know, the whole thing from October until March, April, it's basically dark, you know, almost all the time. If you go in the middle of that period to a country where there's sunshine, it's like an emotional explosion. It just opens your heart and you're like, wow. The personality of this album is, from start to finish, it's a do-it-yourself product, as our first album, and that's what's special about it.
Like, it's a good feeling, you know, to know that you've done it yourself, you know, that the things you deliver and the music you make, it's you from the start to the end, you know.
Först är det ingenting, sen kommer slagen, sen kommer fyllen.
We did our first album by ourselves. This 5th album is kind of back to where we started in a way, you know. It really feels like being in Borlänge, where we started.
Mando Diao is a new chapter. Every time we make an album, or every time we make a show, it's like we want to change stuff. So we like changes. We're a changing band, processing band.
Every basic instinct that we have, we try to make it the opposite of it.
They're not belonging to any certain movement. They're not an emo band. They're not a heavy metal band. They have elements of different styles, and they have their own, like, almost naive belief in the music from the 60s. But also, as I said, influences from, like, maybe a little bit more underground areas of many different countries.
There's a lot of Latino influences to Mando Diao for some strange reasons. I mean, we're northern kids from a country that has no light and only snow.
I mean, how did they tune them? Like a guitar?
Yeah, I don't know. Ask him.
I consider Los Angeles, California, a kind of a Latino-inspired place on Earth. So, and I think it fits the songs really good to actually be in that kind of environment doing music.
Blasphemy! They're playing ABBA on a pan flute.
At least 80% of the album is going to be that cold, dark atmosphere, the Swedish you know, darkness and cold environment and vibe. But then there's gonna be some sunlight in it. Coming to California to change your environment was a really good thing for the record for me, because that was something very joyful. And I think I hope you're gonna hear that on the album.
The thing we always want to involve in our music, which is very typical and which goes through our whole career or our whole catalog of records, is energy and melodies.
We're taking a De La Santa song, which we recorded in the De La Santa studios, and we're making it much better. It's a song called Come On, Come On, and that was my hang-up, because I didn't really like the recordings we did. And it was commercial and everything, but it didn't fit to my image of the album at all. It sounded too, I don't know, soft. It's got to be some edge to it. Now we're taking the essence of the song and kept that and changed everything else.
I think we've done some of our best tracks here, which is more than I hoped for, because I thought we had everything. I thought we couldn't get this album any better, but I definitely think we did.
The record companies need to see some of the, I wouldn't call it proof, but you know, they want to see things happening, that the band is like really doing it themselves in a way. There are other tools obviously needed for a big release, and that one thing is the video. So now the last couple of days we've been talking about making a video here. 2 weeks basically. We have to give Universal the video, the first single.
We are rolling. Take 2.
Even more robotic. Absolute like fucking stone body, and then just your head going like.
I'm not going to a record company and say, can you please sell gold of this record? We have a record, we have artwork, we have a video. It's not enough. It's not enough these days.
And in Stockholm, everyone's on top level, or almost there. Everyone is center of Stockholm. There's nothing to fight for, there's nothing to live for. I mean, they keep on with their life and they get their monthly salary, and it's good, and they got their apartment and their lives are good. But when we were growing up, everyone had that like the American dream, that not to get out of the town, but to get, just reach the stars. I hate the idea of success. Like, it really kills music. Like the idea of success, and for the first time in a long time, I don't feel successful in any way.
For the first time in my life, I really feel like we completed our vision with this album.
The whole package, with the artwork and everything around it, the video, this documentary. It's not a concept, but it's a new world that's opening around this band, and I really hope that people are going to enjoy it as much as we do.
I've done a lot of photography for them before, and they wanted me to be involved with art directing the artwork. So I came up with this idea of commissioning a bunch of different artists to make pieces. I mean, we've got a lot of fantastic artists working here. Melinda Moen, Matt Most, Neil Harrison, who came up with what the band likes as the album cover. We're dealing with right now trying to figure out what font, how to put the album name on there.
We all were very nervous for the Troubadour show. I mean, it was the first time. We feel so much for this album, and we're so proud of this album. And we were supposed to play 2 new songs.
Your vocal mic.
Björn, can you please tell me where we are?
We're at the Troubadour in LA, Santa Monica Boulevard. Is that right?
Yeah, because all I want to do is have some fun.
All I want to do is rock with you.
Shout it out
And tell friends too.
to be honest with you, America, I don't think that it's not that easy. I mean, in every other country we toured and toured and toured, and every time it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. Every time we come there. In America, we've done like 4 tours, and every time it's the same amount of people and the same places we play on. And it's so, you know, it's a drop in the ocean.
It's just incredible. Like how these people can't be big here, because I know they're huge in Europe, is something else.
I am Maria, and I did this. I felt compelled to leave this mark on this table at the Troubadour.
We're not necessarily looking at going to every one of the record companies. We will do that too, but it's not like the main focus. We will have to relate to the real people. That is I would say that's the priority plan. That's grassroots to me. Those are fans coming to see the band. That's people who likes the band. I think that's the way to start.
Lee mis labios lo que quiero decir. Lee mis labios más que nada. Lee mis labios en la noche.
I want to keep dancing. Are you ready to meet Gloria? Gloria! Gloria! Right. Well, you don't need to see the sun ahead.
basically right now, when we're finishing the record here, these deadlines comes up very quickly.
We're 2 weeks away from the single being released. We've got all this artwork done with no song titles, no lyrics, no song order. The band is still mixing, getting things mastered. And if you really step back and look at it, the reason I'm waking up at 5 a.m. every day and the reason the manager is falling apart right now is because everything could, like, at the drop of a hat, just go to hell. Like, it's that, we're that in peril of things just becoming disaster.